Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, May 2017. The world of pro wrestling changed forever, for the better. We had a fan ask Dave Meltzer if he thought Ring of Honor could sell 10,000 tickets. No company besides WWE, since WCW in 1999, had done that. Dave Meltzer said no. Ring of Honor couldn't. Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, working for New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor at the time, kind of like, Dave, we bet you they can. We bet we can. So they decided to do their own thing. Let's create our own show. A wrestling show for wrestlers by wrestlers. On 6 years ago today, December 31st, 2017, they announced they were looking for a venue for this event. On January 10th, 2018, they announced the event would be September 1st, 2018, in Chicago, Sears Center, all in. Tickets went on sale on May 13th, 2018. In 30 minutes it was a sellout. Officially 11.2 thousand tickets sold. The show aired on Ring of Honor, Honor Club, New Japan World, and Fight TV. 50,000 buy rate, I think it said. This is the first non-WWE WCW event to sell over 10,000 tickets since 1993. On November 5th, 2018, multiple AEW related trademarks were filed in Jacksonville with the address of the Jacksonville Jaguars. With a lot of speculation, what does this mean? Well, 5 years ago, January 1st, midnight Pacific time, in front of the Tokyo Dome, we found out what it meant. You know what? Let's take a look at that moment when all that went down. So that was Being the Elite, episode 132 on January 1st, 2019, midnight Pacific Standard Time. Cody, Adam Page, Young Bucks. The announcement that we all were waiting for, a new company in pro wrestling. First show, May 25th, 2019, Double or Nothing. The weekly shows start with AEW Dynamite. October 2nd, we've had 221 episodes. The AEW Dark went from October 8th, 2019 through April 25th, 2023, 193 episodes. Dark Elevation went from March 15, 2021 through April 24, 2023, 111 episodes. Currently, Rampage started August 13th, 2021, 125 episodes. Collision started June 17th, 23, 28 episodes. AEW Battle of the Belts, we're up to 8 episodes, started January 9th, 2022. Back in March of 2021, we had the AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament, 4 episodes on YouTube. And then the pay-per-views. March, we have Revolution, we've had 4 of those. In May, we've had Double or Nothing, we've had 5. September, All Out, we've had 5. November, Full Gear, we've had 5. In June, we've had 2 Forbidden Doors. In August, we've had 1 All In, Wembley, the biggest crowd in the history of AEW. The biggest crowd ticket sales wise in the history of pro wrestling. And then we had Wrestle Dream in October of this year, 2023. We've announced October of 24 as well as Wrestle Dream. We just got off of World's End. Now, April of 2019, Tony Khan had a 5-year plan. Build up the brand, build a roster, establish AEW as a major brand. He's done all that. Now, I know there are people that are very critical of AEW right now, and they have been for a long time. It's not the same as it was when it started. You're right, it's not. No company is. Any company that stays the same isn't growing. Now, we look at ratings, people do. They complain about, well, it's down from last year. Here's the thing. AEW started TV in October of 21. It started, October 19. It started with the 2 Wednesday Night Wars with NXT. Everyone tuned in because they thought it was going to be the Monday Night Wars all over again. AEW put a whooping on NXT. I'm sorry they did. Did NXT win their fair share? They won some. But they didn't win enough to make USA happy. USA decided to move to Tuesday nights. And then on a rare occasion, we get the head-to-head on Tuesday nights. Now, that was in 21, I think. So, from then to now, 21 over 22, ratings were up. 22 over 23, ratings are down. Things like that go in ebb and flows. They go up, they go down. Now, has Tony made the most brilliant decisions ever on some of the bookings? Well, no. Neither did Vince McMahon, neither did Ted Turner, neither did Eric Bischoff, neither did Dixie Carter, neither did Jeff Jarrett, neither did any of these companies. They've all made mistakes. Is he sticking with homegrown talent like the MJFs of the world, the Darby Allins, the 4 pillars as they once were called? For the most part, yeah. If you look at it, we've had an AEW champion for 406 days, MJF. We built this whole storyline with the Devil. Is it good? Is it bad? I like it. People like it. People tune in. We'll see what happens. I know there's talk of the next TV deal that's up in 24 with Warner Brothers Disney. There's a lot of talk with possibly WWE getting on Warner Brothers Disney because Raw is up. Who knows? I know SmackDown is moving to USA. NXT is moving to CW. You would think CW would want Raw or USA would want Raw. If it goes to Warner Brothers, fine. It's not. I think AEW is going to be fine. We found out in March of 22 that Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor. Since he's owned Ring of Honor, 6 pay-per-views, 44 episodes of Ring of Honor on Honor Club. If you watch Honor Club, it has the entire Ring of Honor library from 2003 with Mark and Jay Briscoe, Barely Teenagers Wrestling, to Final Battle 2023. Everything is on Honor Club. It's $9.99 a month. There's enough people that want to watch wrestling. AEW is going to be just fine. They'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. The fact that Punk got fired, I'm not worried about it as a fan. Because guess what? He tried to get fired. He even said that. Is it good for the company? No. To fire anyone is never good for a company. Is it bad for the company? I don't think so. WWE fires people all the time. So, to me, AEW is not WWE. Is it an alternative? Yeah, I guess you'd call it that. Do they do pro wrestling? Yes. Do they do storylines? Yes. Are you going to see a flaming table and somebody go through it on the pay-per-view on WWE? No. Are you going to see a Hell in a Cell or a War Games with no blood in AEW? No. So, yeah, they have their similarities, they have their differences. If you watch it to enjoy it for the differences, you don't watch AEW and go, oh, WWE would do this. Oh, shit, WWE would do this. WWE's not going to do that. That's stupid. Why would they, that's not WWE. Why would they do that? AEW is not WWE. Duh. But you can't compare the two as you're watching. You got to enjoy what you're watching. If you don't enjoy it because you're comparing it, don't watch. That's the way I look at it. So if you look at AEW World Champion, Samoa Joe, he's out 2 days, won at World's End. The longest reign is MJF, 406 days. Shortest reign, CM Punk, 3 days. All Out 2022, he was stripped of it, got suspended. We all know what happened with all that. He came back, ended up getting fired. Most reigns, Jon Moxley, 347 days. The AEW TNT Championship, Christian Cage, technically 2 days. Longest reign, Darby Allin, 186 days. Shortest reign, Adam Copeland, Edge, 5 minutes, if that. That was fairly predictable, and I don't understand why people got so upset over it. It's just like Money in the Bank. How many people have won the Money in the Bank briefcase at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and cashed in moments later? I mean, literally, the next match. It's happened quite a few times. That's legit what this was. This was Killswitch won the TNT contract, a match of his choosing anytime he wants for the TNT title. He's part of the, whatever the faction is called for Christian. And he gave it to Christian for Christian to cash in. Simple as that. Christian cashed it in, beat Edge, got the title back. Most reigns, Sammy Guevara, Cody Rhodes, Wardlow, all with 3. Cody Rhodes. Yes, he was one of the founding fathers of AEW. He could not, quote, finish his story in AEW. To finish his story was finishing his dad's story, which was his dad never won the WWE Championship. His dad was literally screwed out of it by Bob Orton. I think it's Bob Orton. I'm not remember who. And so, if he can't finish that story, and he's the one, Cody is the one that did the stipulation, if I lose this match, I can't fight for the AEW World title. It was only fighting for the TNT title. That was Cody. Now, is Cody and CM Punk going back to WWE going to put AEW out of business? No. Has any one star leaving a company put a company out of business? No. Other things do. The AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy, 83 plus days. Longest reign, Orange Cassidy, 326 days. Shortest reign, Jon Moxley, 17 days. The most reigns, Orange Cassidy, 2 for 408 plus days. AEW Continental Champion, we just had the Continental Classic. Now, this is the American Triple Crown. So, Eddie Kingston grew up watching All Japan Pro Wrestling. They had the Triple Crown. I can remember Ultimate Dragon coming in to WCW, just like 8-9 title belts. It was like some type of won it everywhere kind of deal. And this was kind of that Triple Crown, AEW, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. So I like this idea. And I like that Eddie Kingston's the first guy to do it, because he's the one that put up his New Japan Strong title and his Ring of Honor title with this Continental Classic. Now, do I want to see each title defended individually? Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. And all of them together, that'd be really cool too. Do I think him and Mox should go at it? Oh yeah, a ladder match, Mox and Eddie Kingston? Oh yeah, because Mox put him over, I thought. Which I thought he was already over, but damn, Mox put him over. AEW Tag Titles, Ricky Starks and Big Bill, 85 plus days. Longest reign, the Young Bucks, 302 days. The shortest reign, the Young Bucks, 28 days. The most reigns, the Young Bucks and FTR, two each. AEW Trios Championship, Billy Gunn and The Acclaim, 127 plus days. Now look at these champions. Samoa Joe, Christian Cage, Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston, Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Billy Gunn, The Acclaim. World Champ. WWE did not do justice to Samoa Joe. In fact, TNA did. But look, MJF, 406 days as champion. He was I'm not going to say homegrown talent because he was already made before he got there, but they built him up more. Yeah, Christian Cage is the name. Christian Cage is working with Nick Wayne, working with Kill Switch. He beat Darby Allin. No one really knew about. You gotta have the sprinkle in of the youth, the young guys, the next generation, but you also got to sprinkle in the Christian Cages, the Samoa Joes, the Adam Copelands, so people will tune in to see these names like they tuned in for Punk, and then they see an MJF go, oh, damn, okay. Or they tune in and see Adam Cole as the Devil. They tune in to see, okay, the Kingdom as Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They tune in to see Roderick Strong. Who's the big guy? Oh, Wardlow. Who's that? And they start watching. So having Billy Gunn with the Acclaim as a Trios Champion, you build the Acclaim up because you've got the Billy Gunn fans. House of Black, 175 days, longest reign. Shortest reign, the Elite, 3 days, all out. We all know what happened backstage. There was a fight backstage. Everyone got suspended, stripped of titles. We moved on. The most reigns, the Elite with 2. AEW Women's World Championship, Toni Storm, 44 plus days. Longest reign, Hikaru Shida, 372 days. The shortest reign, Hikaru Shida, 25 days. Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm both held the title 3 times. AEW TBS Championship, Julia Hart, 43 plus days. Longest reign, Jade Cargill, 508 days. Now, the Jade Cargill situation, here's how I look at it. Fine, she left for, quote, bigger money, quote, bigger opportunity, yeah. If you're a professional wrestler, you want to wrestle at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, you probably do. Here's the way I look at it. They brought her in. She was everywhere. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's Jade Cargill. Oh my God, Jade Cargill. You haven't shown her on TV in months. To me, if she pops out at Royal Rumble and wins the Rumble, you have just shit on every other woman on your roster. Because you're saying that they're not as good as she is, but she's not that good. You've said. That's what WWE said. They needed to train her. You put her in NXT and you put the title on her like that, you just crapped on everyone else. So either you got 2 options with her. Build her up, so she comes in NXT and starts beating people and then gets the title and then moves on the main roster, or just shoot her to the moon, have her main event WrestleMania Night 1, and shit on every other woman on your roster. And you wonder why Sasha Banks didn't resign. Chris Statlander, 174 days, except for Julia Hart as the lowest reign. Now, if you look at the Ring of Honor piece of AEW, because Ring of Honor does wrestle on AEW, Eddie Kingston, 102 days as Ring of Honor champion. It's tied to the American Triple Crown. World TV title, we have Kyle Fletcher, 16 plus days. Wheeler Yuta, 36 plus days as the pure champion. ROH World Tag Champions, The Kingdom. We found that out on World's End. They won the titles on Rampage, and we found out on World's End who the mystery guys was. Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. The ROH 6-man titles, the Mogul Embassy, 60 plus days. Athena, 386 plus days as Ring of Honor Women's Champion. And then we found out that Tony Khan announced the Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship. I know there are people out there going, there's too many championships in AEW. WWE wouldn't do that. So AEW has 5 hours of TV on a week. 2 hours for Dynamite, 2 hours for Collision, and 1 hour for Rampage. WWE has 5 hours on a week. 3 hours for Raw, 2 hours for SmackDown. AEW has 8 titles. WWE has 10 titles. Ring of Honor shows typically an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Every week on Honor Club, they have 7 Ring of Honor titles. NXT is on for 1 hour. They have 5 titles. So right now, between WWE, NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, each has 15 titles. Is 15 titles too much for those 2 companies? Probably. But it's not like AEW has so many more titles than WWE. They have the same, exactly the same. So, overall, I think AEW, Tony Khan has done a great job. I enjoy the product. I watch every show. I've watched every single match in AEW history, including Dark Elevation, the Women's Tournament thing, all the pay-per-views, $50 a pop. Tony Khan, please get streaming for me. That would make it so much better. Watched everything, every match. I star rated every single match. I'm going to do a best of AEW for 2023, and I may do a best of AEW since the beginning. That'll happen sometime in January. Working on the showcase of the independents. So I broke down pro wrestling into two categories: Big Four, WWE with NXT, AEW with Ring of Honor, TNA, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. I have 31 independent companies each day of January 2024. I will profile one independent company, their best matches of 2023. And then I will also sprinkle in the Big Four as well. And then I'll probably sprinkle in some all-time best of AEW. It's not going to be hard. There's some really good ones. We'll see what happens. But that is the AEW 5th anniversary show, the second show of 2024 on Robert Sports Show. The first is Wrestle Kingdom 18 preview. Make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. The goal is to get over 400 subscribers before the end of 2024. Let's do it. Day one. Let's go. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a terrific day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.